So, AI in your career in 2030. Let's think about that. What will your job actually look like by then? It's probably one of the biggest questions on everyone's mind as AI just kind of changes everything. The whole world of work is moving so fast, so today we're going to try and map out what this future could actually mean for you. I mean, this is the question, isn't it? You see it everywhere, and it's fueling a ton of anxiety about what's coming next. And look, it's a totally valid concern. You can't escape the headlines talking about automation. But what if we're asking the wrong question?
Because the real question is, how are you going to work with them? See, this whole thing isn't some sci-fi movie about humans versus machines. It's really about humans with machines. The real opportunity here, the game changer, is collaboration. It's about using AI as this incredibly powerful tool to amp up our own skills and work smarter, more creatively, in ways we probably can't even imagine yet.
So to really get a handle on this AI job revolution, we've got to stop thinking in terms of these simple lists, jobs that are safe versus jobs that are doomed. It's just not that black and white. We actually need a whole new way of looking at it, a new framework for understanding what a job even is, and that is exactly what we're going to break down right now.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to look at all the future AI-powered careers in three main buckets. First, you've got the architects. These are the folks building the AI. Then there's the bridge, the people connecting AI to the real world. And finally, the navigators, the ones making sure we guide this whole thing responsibly. Super simple. Let's dive in with the architects.
All right, the architects. Think of these people as the ones literally building the foundations of the future. They're the master builders of this new AI world. They're working at the ground level, creating the core AI systems that, well, everything else is going to be built on top of.
So, who are they really? Well, these are your deep technical experts. They're the ones in the trenches, writing the code, designing these incredibly complex systems like neural networks, which you can kind of think of as AI brains, inspired by our own. They're training those massive models you hear about, the ones that let AI understand what we're saying, see what's in a picture, and make some seriously complex predictions. And that translates into some pretty specific jobs. We're talking about machine learning engineers building models that can predict trends, or natural language processing, that's NLP, research scientists who are basically teaching computers how to read and write like us. And of course, robotics programmers who are giving AI hands and feet to move around in the physical world. These folks, they are the absolute core creators.
Okay, so if the architects build the engine, who builds the rest of the car? That's where the bridge comes in. These are the people who not only build the car around that powerful engine, but also teach us all how to drive it. They are the pros who take that raw AI tech and figure out how to apply it to solve actual, real-world problems.
And at the heart of every bridge role is this amazing collaboration. You take what AI is fantastic at, chewing through mountains of data, spotting patterns we never see, and doing it all at lightning speed. And you merge that with what makes us human. Our creativity, our empathy, our ability to make a tough ethical call. When you put those two together, man, it is an incredibly powerful partnership.
And just look at how diverse these jobs are. It's wild. You could be an AI-powered virtual stylist, mixing a great fashion sense with hardcore data analysis. Or an autonomous vehicle UX/UI designer, making sure self-driving cars are actually usable and safe for normal people. Or even a sustainable energy consultant, using AI to help fight climate change. These people are the translators, the innovators. They're the ones who bring AI out of the sterile lab and into our everyday lives.
And believe me, the impact is, well, it's everywhere. This isn't just some Silicon Valley tech thing. We're talking about bridge roles, totally transforming healthcare by helping doctors make better diagnoses. They're revolutionizing how we shop with insane personalization. They're making farming more efficient. They're changing finance, entertainment, you name it. Literally every single industry is being reshaped by this.
Which brings us to our third and final category. And honestly, this might be the most important one of all, the navigators. Think about it. As AI gets more and more powerful, we desperately need people who can steer the ship. People who can make sure we're using this technology safely, ethically, and in a way that actually benefits all of us, not just a few. Just chew on this for a second. If an AI system shows bias, who's responsible? That's not a coding problem, right? That is a deeply human problem. It's a question that requires oversight, smart rules, and a real understanding of what's fair and what's not. And wrestling with questions exactly like that, that is the entire job of a navigator.
And you can see how these new navigator roles are popping up to solve very specific problems. You've got algorithmic bias. Well, now we have AI bias mitigation specialists. Worried about data privacy? That's a job for an AI cybersecurity specialist. Need to make sure the system is safe and compliant? Call in the AI ethical auditor. These pros are, for sure, the guardians of this new age.
Okay, so we've walked through the architects, the bridge, and the navigators. That's the framework. But let's bring it back home. What does all of this actually mean for you, for your career, as we look ahead to 2030?
So what's the one big thing you should take away from all this? It's that the single most important skill you can have, it's not coding, it's not Python or some other language, it's your ability to just keep learning and adapting. Seriously. It doesn't matter if you're an architect, a bridge, or a navigator, the winners in this new world will be the people who never stop learning. Adaptability is your new superpower.
I love this quote. The future is not about replacing teachers with AI, but leveraging AI as a collaborative tool. And you know what? You can swap out teachers with pretty much any job you can think of. Doctors, artists, lawyers, you name it. The goal here isn't to replace people, it's to enhance what we can do. AI is just a tool, a really, really powerful one. And the future belongs to the people who figure out how to master it. So as we wrap this up, let me leave you with this one last thought. So many of the jobs we just talked about, an AI ethical auditor, a virtual stylist, these didn't even exist 10 years ago. It's a powerful reminder that the future isn't just this thing that happens to us. It's something that we are all actively building right now. So the real question isn't, will a robot take my job? The real question is, what job are you going to help create?